It just doesn't look right. Like there shouldn't be the couple of the year to promote a love meal or love anything. Like Cardi can do Cardi, Offset can do Offset, but I feel like promoting them as a unit, as a power couple, as this cute couple, is not really that, good in advertising. And I feel like that's why it's getting so much backlash. Because if Cardi B did it alone, I'm pretty sure it would have done so much better.
Yeah.
Because she's
Yeah.
connected to
Yeah.
somebody who's
I
30
agree.
for 5 years
Yeah.
and they just started getting on good terms. It's
Mm.
kind of like, is this really real? Like, what kind of, is this a real relationship, like a real loving relationship? And I personally, I just don't feed into stuff like that. Like, how y'all on this was about to get a divorce, and it's with the Christian people in the Midwest.
Could I ask y'all a question? Do y'all think that Cardi Offset uh kind of offsets Cardi B's um you know business?
Cardi.
Yes,
Do you think Cardi is
He's
the
like, I can't get it.
business and Offset is?
Offset is the only reason Offset is lit is because of Cardi. Like Migos died around 2016, 2017. They started to die out. And that's exactly when Offset and Cardi B started dating. And then they became this Offset and Cardi B type of situation. And then Migos started making a little bit more songs, but nobody still really cared. And then Offset started to try to come out and do solo. And he has his little, career. Now he's separated from Migos. And I just feel like it was like a boost on him. You know what I mean? So it does, like, to me, it does downplay her. Like, if she wasn't with him, who knows how, like, she's doing good. She's doing great. But who knows how much
Not
more
much
she
further.
would have done. You get what I'm saying?
I don't feel like offsets Cardi. I don't. I feel like Cardi is who she is. She is super ratchet and proud, and that's fine. And I feel like who she chose to be with and marry and have kids with is relevant to her brand. I don't feel like Offset
Because I feel like she branded herself around him. Like, she literally branded her, the beginning of her career, she was by herself, and then right after she got lit, she was with him. So I feel like most of her branding has been around her and Offset and their relationship and their kids and Offset. And even if you listen to her song, every song she says Offset's name. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have several different collabs together, and you know what I mean? Like, some people in relationships don't even do one. So I just feel like she based it around him, and I don't know. I don't like him.
Check this out, man. At least she know where Offset is at all the time now.
now.
Yeah,
Now.
now.
Now,
now she know what's going on.
Yeah, sent the hit out. Well, allegedly. Let me stop.
She ain't playing. She ain't playing.
She ain't playing by her man
but,
now.
Okay, so if you feel like once they got together, she started branding herself around him. They started branding herself. Listen, if I am with the man and that's my husband, that's what we're gonna do.
I mean, it did good. It did great. I do think that helped her career and, pushed her further and him further. Like, I'm not mad at her for doing it, but I just feel like, I don't know, like,
I think that she's ride or die. She's always been ride or die. She was messing around with that guy that was locked up. She was all about him. She didn't care what nobody was saying, right? That's just her personality. As far as Offset, like, I don't know about offsetting. Like, that's who she chose to marry. That's who she chose to have kids with. In a sense, it might be good for our generation to see that, like, you can have a family can thrive in our generation. You can have kids. You can have it all. You can have the husband. You can have the wife. You can have the career. But I do agree with what you were saying about her mentioning him in every song. It's like, all right, sis, we know you married to him. You know what I mean?
My thing is, when you say Offset, I don't think Offset in a bad way, because I don't necessarily think you could offset somebody like, and it has to be in a bad way. I feel like Offset, her life got offset by, like, she wasn't able to focus on just herself. She literally came out, got pregnant, had 2 kids, and it's been about her and her relationship the whole entire time. So I feel like I wanted to see more of Cardi alone, and we didn't get to see that. So and now it's like it's too late to see that. She's only gonna have more kids and only gonna get older at this point. So I feel like that part, the beginning, the height of her career is gone. So that I feel like was kind of taken from her by giving half of it to Offset. You know what I'm saying? And not in a bad way, in the sense that it didn't help her career, because they got bigger and relationships help, you know, in those type of aspects, and, you know, artistry and hip hop relationships. But like I said, she didn't get to be herself, her own itself. You know, like Nicki Minaj, for instance, she made a blueprint for herself, was herself, didn't have a man that was connected to everything that she did. Anytime Cardi B does something, it's Offset. Where's Offset? What's Offset? What's this? What's that? It's never just Cardi. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like it got Offset, not necessarily like money-wise.
You just mentioned Nicki Minaj. Now, when she got with her man, and you know, I feel like her career fell off.
But she always dated too, like, and it was never about her man. It was always about her career.
But when she got with this last man that she married, that she
definitely.
She also decided to, quote unquote, retire, but I feel like her career fell off since then, right? You know, she decided to retire, but I don't feel like Cardi,
and that's because of the man she's married.
I feel like we still got Cardi. I don't really feel like her being with Offset took away from what we got from Cardi. It may have even added to her. You know, he'd be writing a little bit of stuff for her too and stuff and all of that. But like, and also he contributed to her career. I feel like he contributed to her career. He definitely writes. He ghostwrites for her.
The relationship definitely contributed.
I don't feel like that relationship took away. And then we can also say this, right? We get a lot of we're talking about their relationship, right? It's real, it's raw. We've seen the ups and downs of them, right? We've seen Cardi talk about, you know, him cheating. We've seen her pull back from the relationship, and then them turn around and get married, and them have more children and be okay. So I don't
but that's my thing too. I don't think that should be promoted.
It didn't stop no bag.
I personally don't think a relationship where there's cheating involved and there's disrespect involved and there's cases involved should be promoted. I really don't, because of the simple fact that now this generation already think that that's okay, and it's not. It's not okay to let things like that happen. That's not how, to me, that's not how a relationship should be. Ups and downs is not cheating and beating people up and going to jail for it.
Hey, check this out, everybody. We'll be right back.